welcome back to Hold the Phone YouTube. Here are our best bets for Thursday Night Football. We welcome each and every single one of you on the other side of this screen back to the best sports betting show here on YouTube because of the wonderful people who are continuing to like and subscribe. Drop a comment, questions, concerns. We have a hell of a short week in division game. Loop, how are we feeling? Giants, Eagles.
Got so hot last week they sent me away.
Yeah, unbelievable week 5 coming from Loops. We're not looking in the past, but we swept last week on primetime. Thursday Night Football, Niners. Sunday Night Football spread, Patriots. Monday Night Football spread, Jags. How you doing? How you been? Put it in the pipe and smoke it. Let's dive head first into a Thursday night Brian Daboll, Nick Sirianni showdown like none other. Let's dive into the game pick. Loop.
We got a hell of a game. I mean, the Eagles coming off their first loss of the season, first loss in history, first loss of Jalen Hurts' career to the Denver Broncos up 17-3 in the fourth quarter. Then all of a sudden, things got a little murky for the first time. A little trouble in paradise in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I know. Usually staring down a 7.5 point spread on a short in-division game, short week would be our wet dream. But I'm starting to have second thoughts. Second, I don't know. I'm reflecting.
Yeah, it's your team.
I'm reflecting. This means more than a 7.5 point spread. Is there a way that the season may be in jeopardy if we don't see a new chapter, a new page be flipped, a bounce back spot, a get right spot for this Philadelphia Eagles team? 1 week, they're not throwing the ball, they're keeping it on the ground, they're manhandling, they're winning a ball game. Next week, A.J. Brown is bitching. I hope he's happy. Being 4-0, he wants the football. Saquon Barkley gets 6 carries. They blow a 14-point lead in the fourth quarter. On the other side, we have a team who is coming off 5 turnovers. Shit down their leg once they got 1 win under their belt against the Chargers. They go down to New Orleans. They hand Spencer Rattler his first career win in the NFL. Our pets' heads are falling off trying to comprehend on what is going to happen in this football game on a short week is very, very, very hard. I would be lying to you if I got good nights of sleep this week through Monday through Wednesday. I'll tell you that much. But Loop, I have a couple nuggets for you, maybe to digest, and hopefully we'll get something coming out of you in the toilet right here. The Giants, their last 10 Thursday night football games are 0-10. The last 11 primetime games between the Philadelphia Eagles and New York Giants, the Eagles are 11-0. Jalen Hurts, this is his 21st time coming off a loss in the following games. As of right now, he is 10-10. However, the last nugget, this is only the second time in Jalen Hurts' career they have blown a 14-point lead, him and the Philadelphia Eagles. It was Week 16 against the Washington Commanders at home. The following game, they won 41-7 against none other than New York Giants.
Yeah, last year was domination, Eagles-Giants. I think the Eagles have won, 6 of 7, swept them last year. Short week, 7.5 point spread. It's just in my DNA. I have no choice here. But to take the home dogs on a Thursday night, and I think we're going to go against each other in primetime. What could go wrong?
I know. It pains me because we're on such a beautiful run right now.
No, it doesn't. It's your team, and if it was any other team, you'd be taking the Giants.
That's not true. You think I would sit here in this chair and not go with what I feel unbiasedly? You're out of your mind. You don't think I want to be on the right side of this spread just as much as you? We did it Thursday night to open up the year. We took the Cowboys plus the 8.5 and it came home. Tonight, I feel like it's only a matter of time. Everyone's dogs. All 3 dogs. Prime time last week, we bring them all home. Now tonight, it feels like if you were to knock me out in August and you woke me up and you told me it's a 7.5 point spread for the Philadelphia Eagles against Jaxson Dart with no Malik Neighbors and Cam Skattebo versus Brian Daboll in this defense, I would have no choice. I'm worried that if the Giants drop down early, back's going to be immediately against the wall. God forbid Jaxson Dart continues to not be able to take care of the football. Outside of that, sunshine and rainbows win against the LA Chargers. It's been nothing but disaster on the offensive side of the football for the Giants. And now you have a guy like Vic Fangio coming to town, and a game where also Saquon Barkley is coming off 6 carries. Something has to change. Something has to feel right. I feel like 7.5 points in the National Football League is a ton. However, I feel like I feel like the Eagles are going to be able to find points in a bounce back game, and the Giants are going to struggle. So with that, I hate to do it. This is a short in-division game, which we dream of. Loop, you're taking
the New York Giants plus 7.5 in division.
And I'm
Home
taking
dog.
the Philadelphia. And I'm taking the Philadelphia Eagles minus the 7.5. Look, the turntables have to turn here. We've seen 5 straight one-possession games for the Eagles. This is not a good Giants team. This is an Eagles team who blew a game last week. It almost like they got too cute. Things weren't going the right way. A couple calls, a couple different things. I need the Eagles to come out and dominate on both sides of the football. And if not, when it rains, it pours in Philly. This will be a disaster if they can't take advantage of this spot in a short week where 2 teams are coming off really tough games and tough losses. I have to trend with the more well-balanced, well-rounded, better coach team here.
Eagles have played every game has been one possession, and I'm hearing the fandom in your voice, right? The need, it's the Cowboys game we took in week 1. This one seems to mean a little more. We're coming off a loss. I don't know. Your eyes are telling me that you're worried.
I just feel like at some point this is a ticking time bomb offense, and they need to convert. I want to see more tush pushes on the field. I want to see first downs. I want to see them in the red zone. I want to see them take advantage of the secondary of the New York Giants. If this was a Malik Neighbors, how have the Eagles been burnt this year in keeping these games close? It's by wide receiver ones. We saw CD Lambs. We saw Amika Ibukas. We saw last week with Cortland Sutton making massive catches in massive moments of the football game. I don't think the Giants have that in this game. With no Malik Neighbors, this is a tall uphill battle for the New York Giants. And I really, really hope this is belt to ass. And if it's not, I'm going to be a very, very not happy camper. And when things get sleazy, I would like to say, Loop, I like Eagles minus 1.5, under 46.5 teaser for this game. I like the under 46.5.
I'm going with the side that doesn't make any sense here. I'm taking the Giants plus 7.5.
Yeah, and I mean that has worked. Let's get to the parlay. Godspeed here. Plus 450, gents. Where else can you go where we can gather here together, share our thoughts, and throughout the entire football season, go brick by brick, one step in front of the other. This is our Hold the Phone Thursday night football parlay where we are staring down the barrel once more of 4 legs. This one, once again, feels good. We put ourselves in the most comfortable positions to find glory. And Loop, let's get things started with leg number 1.
Jaxson Dart, 25 yards on the ground. Primetime QB, moving with his feet. Got to make things happen against this Eagles team.
I mean, it's been the gift that just keeps on giving. Primetime quarterbacks getting frisky with their feet. Jaxson Dart, if he's behind in this game, if he needs to make plays in this game, which we know that is basically the narrative of this game, primetime, you're under the lights for the first time. Jaxson Dart to get 25 yards rushing with his feet, get frisky with his feet. One time, Jaxson Dart on the ground, 25 yards. I mean, Luke, we just saw recently in this past week the Drake Mays, the Trevor Lawrences, the Patrick Mahomes, the Josh Allens, the Mac Joneses, just trying their best to get frisky with their feet. All those gentlemen went over their yards rushing props. Let's see it on a Thursday night in-division game. Leg number 2, we're going to stay on the Giants side of the football. Luke, tell it to the people.
Wan'Dale Robinson. Dink and dunk his way to 25 yards. Come on.
25 plus receiving yards, and a gentleman where it feels like he is the wide receiver 1 on this team. Obviously, we also like Cam Skattebo coming out of the backfield in the passing game, a little Theo Johnson. Clearly, there's a connection there with him and Dart. However, this is their dink and dunk guy. And once again, it plays into the narrative. If they are trailing in this game, if they are battling in this game, if they want hope in this game, if Wan'Dale Robinson doesn't walk out of MetLife with 25 plus receiving yards on a Thursday night, the Giants lost by 30. All right, legs number 3 and 4. I'll take the reins. We're going to the offensive side of the football for the Philadelphia Eagles. Prime time. We didn't see it last week. We've seen it time and time again, however, prime time. Show us a Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown. Grown men on ash cheeks. Look, Jalen, like I said, hopefully they're getting a lot of red zone opportunities, a lot of red zone trips for the Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts for an anytime touchdown feels like a no-brainer in this football game, whether if it's out of the shotgun, designed up the middle, trying to find someone down the field, him taking off by himself when the pocket collapses, or we get a flag in the red zone, push our way to 6. And our 4th and final leg, a gentleman who has been on the injury report this week, however, a full participant in Wednesday's practice ahead of Thursday night's game. It's a revenge game. He didn't get to play in their Week 18 game, I believe it was, last year when he could have broken the record for the single season rushing yards. Well, we're back at it again. Show us a Saquon Barkley anytime touchdown. Look, he needs to get in on the ground. Loop, I think this is a very good take from you. You like both these guys on the ground scoring for the Philadelphia Eagles. We could see 4 touchdowns from this Eagles offense this week, and all 4 coming from these two gentlemen. And that's just how they work. I think the Eagles get back to their identity, get back to on the ground. A.J. Brown, please knock it off in the locker room. Please stop disrupting the organization of this identity on the offensive side of the ball. These 4 legs, Dart, 25, Robinson, 25, Tutty, Hurts, Barkley. Like that parlay right there. I like it. Loops. Let's get to the game props.
All right, now we go to
frisky props.
2 sleazy game props. Number 1, easy, do whatever it takes. He's going to get 25 yards on the ground, and he's going to find the end zone for the Giants like he did in his first start. Plus 300, Jaxson Dart, touchdown. Come on.
Maybe parlay both quarterbacks for a touchdown. Dart and Hurts. We saw it, Mahomes and Lawrence on Monday night. Maybe a little... When you smoke darts, it hurts. I don't know. Leg number 2. Give us Cameron Skattebo over 12.5 receiving yards. This is an interesting line. I feel like this is taking candy from a baby. I know Halloween's right around the corner, but what are we doing here, fellas? This is a man who wants to be utilized over in the air in his last 2 games. Once Dart stepped under center between the facing the Chargers and facing the Saints, he has gotten 5+ targets in both of those games. 45 receiving yards in New Orleans, and then 11 receiving yards against the Chargers in that game. He went for more rushing. It was a big rushing attack game for for Skattebo. But even the game before that, 61 receiving yards. So he's gone 61, 11, and 45. And I feel like in an uphill battle game, we saw it with Mac Jones and Mr. Christian McCaffrey. Utilizing a running back in the air is going to be very important in a scheme going against the Eagles. He's going to get 3-4 receptions, minimal, maybe 5 receptions. Skattebo out of the backfield. We saw it at Arizona State. We're going to see it tonight for Thursday Night Football, over 12.5 receiving yards. I want to get in bed with, under the sheets, married to it, right here, right now, Skattebo.
Yep, 2 Giants, 2 sleazy props. It's going to be a sleazy game for the Giants. They're going to cover the 7.5. Dart's going to score. Skattebo's going to catch 4 passes for 31 yards, and we're going to hit them both. All right, let's get to group chat glory.
Love it. Group chat glory. Here we are, our BetMGM segment. Let's group chat glory. Group chat glory. Hurls. Bang.
There we go.
Number 1 on the board. Jets. Lock. This is our BetMGM group chat glory. These are the messages that you would classic, get in the group chat, your betting, gambling group chat, looking ahead of NFL week number 6, and we bring them here from the people and discuss them. The first chat, the first text, Jets lock over in London, getting 7.5. Loop, thoughts?
Look, I bet on the Jets every week, and every week I feel like I'm killed in the second quarter. I feel like I'm going to do it again. Give me the 7.5 against the Broncos.
Look, the Broncos are coming off their biggest win of the season, maybe their biggest win in a long time. It was their Super Bowl, beating the Eagles, handing the Eagles their first loss in 10 home games. Now they have to go to London. Very weird scenario situation to be put in. This is either belt to ass or the Jets win outright. I don't think there's really going to be that much in between. I think the Jets could use this to their advantage. Maybe it's a good spot for the Jets. Maybe going across the pond and the Broncos coming off such an emotional, massive comeback win. Jets winless? How poetic would it be in the NFL, National Football League, that one team who is winless begging for a win in London, while another team coming off their win of the season heading to London, turntables turn, fluke shit on the walls. Give us the Jets plus 7.5.
Come on.
Next.
What's next?
Next text. The Lions. Loop, Sunday Night Football, Chiefs-Lions, America's game of the week. I feel like Vegas is telling us a sign that all roads lead to the Chiefs.
Yeah, it feels like the Ravens game when they went into Arrowhead. It feels like the tables were turning towards the Ravens against the Chiefs. Then the Chiefs got a good home spot to right their wrongs. They came off a loss against the Jaguars. I said they would lose to the Jags, and then they would come back and beat the Lions. I'm sticking to it. I love them in this spot. Night game at Arrowhead. Mahomes gets it done.
Loop has the script. Look, you're right. Same spot. It's been a roller coaster of emotions for people buying in and selling out on the Kansas City Chiefs. They were selling against the Ravens, thinking that they were going to go in there and get the job done. Baltimore, that is. Then we see all the public then flip to taking the Chiefs on a Monday Night Football game after they get the job done against the Ravens. Now people are going to dive in on the Lions, saying that now the Chiefs, it's been a seesaw. It's been a seesaw with Kansas City. But now you have to take the Chiefs, because this will be the game where then the Chiefs are back on the track. It's almost like it's on a silver platter. And how great is it that they're going to be 3-3, getting Rashee Rice back into the lineup as they always were going to be. Exactly how they drew it up. Not too out of it, not too in front of it, exactly where they need to be. Give us the Chiefs.
Yep.
On the money line or minus 2.5. Next text, Bears plus 4.5 against the Commanders. Monday Night Football coming off the bye.
This one's sketchy. I feel like I do like the Bears in this spot. I mean, it's going to be a lot of points. It's a high over-under. Bears coming off a bye. Commanders coming off a big win. Jaden Daniels finally got his feet under his ground. I think I'm leaning towards the Bears here, but I need a little more time to make a decision.
I think I agree. I think I like the Bears plus 4.5. A lot of people are going to be closing their eyes and taking the Commanders at home after a big win. Again, this is the swing of emotions. It's crazy how in the betting world it feels like it really depicts some of the outcomes with these games. You can really feel a narrative. You can really feel something in your plums when you follow where everyone's heart is with these teams and games. Everyone last week, one of the most bet on teams last week was the LA Chargers against this Commanders team at home. They get taken to the barn out back. So how are they going to get that back? How are they going to get the revenge? By taking now the Commanders at home as a, somewhat of a small favorite against a Chicago Bears team. And so with that, I feel like our hands are tied and cuffed with the way that we follow these things and follow the trends. We're no Albert fucking Einstein over here, but when a public dives in onto a side and gets screwed, usually now a following week, a primetime game especially, they're going to be diving on the team that fucked them. And that's when we call the classic double penetration. Give us the Bears plus 4.5. And last but not least, Luke, your sweet, sweet Packers at home. Going against the Bengals, we have Bengals plus 14.5 here with Joe Flacco now stepping under center Sunday.
Yeah, I think I like it. I mean, Matt LaFleur has a tendency to take the foot off the gas. The Packers do not win games by 20, 30 points. Even if they get up big in the first half, I think the Bengals, they'll be in it. They'll be down 10. They'll be down 13. I can't lay 14.5 with the Packers. I'll take the Bengals.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's surprising that the Bengals are 2-3 at this point. This is not a helpless team. This is a shocking spread. This is a similar spread that Spencer Rattler was getting in Bills Mafia. And now we have a team with Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Joe Flacco now stepping under center with 14.5 points. Like, I feel like this could actually be somewhat of a ball game. It's crazy to think that 2.5 touchdowns is the spread here. We talked about it on Tuesday. We're going to talk about it here again. We like the Bengals plus 14.5. It's I know the defense is in shambles for the Bengals. I know the offensive line's even worse, but 14.5 points is a lot of points in the National Football League to a team who is very capable of scoring points.
That's what scares me, though. It's a lot of points. Maybe Vegas knows something.
Yeah, I know. Maybe it's all of a sudden you blink your eye, 21-0 at halftime with the Pack. But, fellas, it was a beautiful show. It was a wonderful show. We sprinted through this like a 40-yard dash. Game pick. Me and Luke going head-to-head on prime time. What's the worst that could happen? A same-game parlay where we gather here together to find winners. 2 sleazy props. I do like them both. Stay tuned for the rest of the week. Our best bets for both college football Week 7 and NFL Week 6. We appreciate each and every single one of you bastards on the other side of this screen. And as always, we'll see you on the other side.